Good afternoon. As some of you know, I'm a big fan of The Who. And in fact, I suppose the highlight of my rock and roll career was when some 30 years ago, a very kind parishioner gave me 2 tickets to the old RFK Stadium, and I had no way of knowing where the tickets were because they were complimentary. Well, they were dead center on the front row. So I was literally 25 feet from my heroes. And one of the things that Pete Townsend, the leader of The Who, has explored in his music can be captured in the title of a song from the album Quadrophenia, which is, "Can You See the Real Me?" I raise that because I recently had a conversation when I'm reminded that that's one of the core questions all of us ask. Is there someone, anyone, who can see the real me? Not the me that I put out there, my accomplishments, my successes, what I want to get along with others, but that person deep inside each of us. And I want to suggest to you that the church is supposed to be a place where the real me can feel safe enough, maybe to just put my head up once in a while and see whether or not people can see me. In order for that to happen, however, we have to take that first preliminary step, which is just getting to know one another, even if it's on a surfacey kind of level. You have to start somewhere if we're going to go down deep and really be with one another. Because remember, God sees the real me. And that's true of every human being. So we have that in common. So why is it so hard for us to go to that place? Well, all I want to suggest in this Tuesday Thought is let's commit to making first tentative steps in that direction and then see what God can do with that. Remember, as Christians, we believe that grace, that God for us, is as real as the air that we breathe. God spends so much time trying to get close to us, so in turn we can be close to God and to ourselves and to each other. So, 3 things. The first is simply this. On Friday, November 15th, Senior Warden Colleen Mason is going to host an evening for women in the parish. Now, this is really intended for every woman to come with no agenda other than, hi, I'm willing to take the risk of putting myself out there so that I can get to know you a little bit and you can get to know me a little bit. You'll get more information about this shortly. It's one evening's investment of your time. Who knows? Maybe out of that something profound can happen. Second, before the 15th of November, on the 3rd of November, Sunday, All Saints Sunday, at 5 o'clock, we come together and we say thank you to all the saints of God who've gone before us. Because remember, one of the cool things about the church is it's the living and the dead. So it's this whole community of people who are alive to God, and we get to join them. I hope you'll consider coming for this wonderful, wonderful liturgy. And then finally, our Shrinemont Parish Weekend, which is scheduled for June 6, 7, and 8, 2025, at the wonderful retreat center called Shrinemont. If you've never been there, that in the past has been a time when 150 to 250 members of St. Mary's would devote a weekend simply to get to be together. Kids in particular are just a blessing and are blessed by being there. Please consider blocking that out. I know there are lots of events that weekend, but that's the place we can build the kind of relationships that will ensure that St. Mary's continues into God's future with the wind at our back. So those are just 3 items, but they're 3 opportunities. I hope you'll take advantage of them, because remember, we really do want to know one another. Thanks.